Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we're here with three iDevices in our second and last installment of the comparison between the iPhone 5, the iPad mini, and the fourth generation large iPad or regular size iPad. This is the last because I'm selling the large iPad, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to tell you why I'm selling that first more and keeping the other two, for now at least. Let's start with the iPhone 5. It has some pretty simple reasons why that you would keep this out of all items. Most likely you're going to be on a contract. I have a contract with Verizon that goes for 2 years, and unless you bought this unlocked, you're going to be stuck with that and unable to upgrade. I know the iPhone 5S is coming probably September 20th and to be announced shortly. Today is September the 2nd, it's Labor Day, but I won't be able to get it unless I want to sell this wholesale and try to use those funds to get a new phone. But I'm not selling this for right now, I'm selling this one. Another reason why I'm keeping this is it's portable. It's my phone, it's something that you're going to be tied with forever, and unless you get a brand new one, there's no reason to get rid of it. And really for the next few days, there's no reason to get a new phone because I'm perfectly fine with the iPhone 5, even though I wish that I had more than 16 gigabytes of space. But that's not really its problem, it's the capacity that I bought. And I can always get more the next time around. It's a great device. I wish the battery was a little bit longer. If you're at home, don't use this. If you're at home, use the large iPad or the iPad mini. The battery life lasts a hell of a lot longer. It's a lot more productive and usable for maybe doing homework or playing around and doing whatever you need to because of the larger screen size. I mean, this one has a very small screen in comparison to both tablets. This is a portable device. You put it in your pocket and you can walk around. If this is the only thing you have, of course it's perfectly fine to use it, but if you have the other devices, of course you're going to want to use them first. So we've touched on the iPhone 5. Let's move on to the reasons why I'm keeping the iPad mini. I'm keeping it because it is a good portable tablet and home tablet. And I describe a home tablet as a tablet that has a large enough screen size where you can use it sitting on a couch, up in your bed, or wherever, maybe outside around your home where you have Wi-Fi. And of course, this is a great size because you don't want to lug this around everywhere. But here you get a big screen size and you also get smaller than the large iPad, so you can take it more places. Which brings me to my next reason why I'm keeping this. I brought this to a football game, one of the preseason games this summer, and I'm not sure if you can see, but it got cracked. Another reason why I'm not selling this because I would probably get less than the value that I really want. But it's portable. Maybe if I only had the large size iPad, I wouldn't be tempted to bring this. And honestly, maybe I shouldn't have brought this at all. But it just goes to show that you can take this anywhere. Brought it to a game, bring it when I'm out, and I can bring it to places where I want a longer battery life, or if I want to just sit down and do some homework or work. And it's great. It has a much longer battery life, usable battery life than the iPhone 5, and on certain models you can get this as an option. You of course have Wi-Fi, but then you can get cellular. Of course I have Verizon on here, so I can use this any place. I can use my phone, and I can be connected always again to Facebook, Instagram, and my email. So I think that is great. And I think if you ever get an iPad mini, I'd say before you go up in capacity size, 16 to 32 or 32 to 64 or 64 to 128, add a cellular option. It makes it so much more usable, and it'll give you some extra value when you're selling it or reselling it when the new model comes out, if you're a tech junkie who wants the latest. So it's pretty much, I guess we're done with the other two. I mean, we've covered it: size, portability, larger screen size, portability, and large enough screen size where you can keep it at home and make it be perfectly usable. But here we come to the large size iPad, which there have been a lot of rumors about the new 5th generation iPad where they're going to make a drastic change from this 4 bezel, large bezel, large siding around the main screen, and they're going to cut this off and cut this off, and it's going to look a lot like the iPad mini. And also they're going to reduce the weight about 40%, which is huge. I remember going from the 2nd generation iPad, the iPad 2, without Retina display, to the 3rd, and this being exactly the same weight, it actually went up in weight a little bit, and you could definitely feel it. So it's going to be huge going from this form factor, which we've had for years, since 2000, I can't remember, was it 2010 or 2011 when the first iPad was introduced? But we're going to go from this giant size to a much lighter iPad, and there are even rumors of a 13.3-inch iPad, and I want to tell you why that would work. But knowing all this, and it's almost completely confirmed that this new generation of iPad is going to come out, it's going to be really different from the last, it's why this one is going first. Because the iPad mini is not really going to change its form factor. If anything, it's going to get a little bit heavier when they add the Retina display, and they're going to chop a little bit off the battery unless they can do something, really smart with it. The iPhone 5, it's going to stay the same. I hear the only big rumors are longer battery life and a fingerprint sensor on the home button to let you, go into your phone without having a password. But the biggest change is coming to the full-size iPad, and I'm excited to see this trim iPad and the shaved iPad here too, which brings me to the 13.3-inch rumored iPad. I think it'd be great because people are used to having this larger iPad. I imagine that when this 9.7-inch goes smaller and it's more screen than bezel, you're going to be used to having something this size, so they're going to increase the actual screen size itself, and it'll be much, much more usable. So I think what I will eventually do is, because I consider this 9.7-inch iPad my home tablet. It's not something that you want to carry with you always. It's not that portable. It's pretty fragile if you just have it maybe with a smart cover. You don't want to take this everywhere because it could definitely get damaged, and you kind of look ridiculous using it around. That's what I've come to see, even though I still do it. Which is why, of course, I loved when they came out with an iPad mini, where you can take it pretty much anywhere. But I think when they shave this off here, it's going to resemble an iPad mini. It's going to come down in size. It may become so portable and so light that I can actually take it out, and maybe I'll replace this. But most likely I'm going to keep the iPad mini and wait for the rumored 13.3-inch larger iPad and have that be my home-only tablet. Because honestly, I have not had a PC in months. I'll be making a video on that just to show my life post-PC and how, easy it's been without it. And in some cases, it's actually been pretty difficult. But this is the last comparison because, like I said, I'm selling this. It's the time to sell now before the iPads are announced, the new line of iPads are announced, because once they're announced, they will go down in price steeply. I've sold this on eBay. I found that this is an iPad that's been kept in great condition. It has cellular from AT&T, and it's 32 gigabytes. I'd say if this is a home tablet, this is the tablet where you focus on capacity more than the cellular option. Opposite from what I said from the iPad mini. Because what you're going to do is you're going to have this in your house. You may not take it with you, but you want to have more storage to work with. So that's why I got 32, and maybe in the next generation I'm going to go for 64 and go without the cellular option altogether. Because I have my phone and I have my mini to work with wherever I want. Because now, basically, this is my PC, or was my PC since I've sold it. But I'm going to be sad to see it go. I know probably a lot of people are going to start selling them because, the new iPads are rumored to be announced in October and probably ship in October as well. So I suggest get out there, get as much as you can for it, because these are still great devices. You're not making chumps out of the people who buy it, because these still will work perfectly. It's just not usable for the tech junkies who want the newest and the greatest out there. But, I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is a good comparison? Do you think every piece in here has its own niche in the market? Portable slash home and home. Now, when I first heard the iPad mini, I thought that it would be unusable, but Apple has continually created sizes that seem to work. I like this a lot better as a 7.9 inch than a 7. I've used other smaller tablets like this and have been a little bit disappointed in the small size. 9.7 is about the sweet spot. It could be a little bit bigger, but I like how there are only two bezels on the side here, and it really works out fine. It's light enough to carry everywhere. You can almost slip it in a pocket if you have big pants, and you can easily put it in a purse or a work bag. So it is the iPad for everybody. And like I said in the first comparison, this is the device that you will get first, because there's no contract. You have the cellular option. You can get storage capacities up to 64 gigabytes. You can get it in both colors, and I think it's great. It starts at a good price, $329, which I think is respectable for what it can do. It doesn't have that Retina display, but that actually helps with battery life and weight. So again, this is still my choice to get. I wish I didn't crack it, or maybe I'd be thinking differently and selling both of these at the same time to get ready, but I don't think I could go without any tablet for over a month, because like I said, I'm post-PC and this is all that I use. So I don't think having an iPhone is just enough. Alright, this has been Matt. We've been taking a look at all three current iDevices as of September 2nd, 2013. The iPhone 5, the iPad mini, and the 4th generation iPad. I left out the iPod Touch because, well, I don't own one, and for me it's not really usable because I use the iPhone, and when I run, I like to use the GPS function, which the iPod Touch does not have. I'd really get the iPod Touch last, if you're wondering, out of all of these. Alright, I hope you like this comparison. When I get the new iPad, I'll make a new comparison of the current lineup, and of course I'll be making comparisons, I mean, not side by side, but just in spirit, between the old 4th generation and the new 5th generation, so be on the lookout for that. And possibly I'll try to get my hands on the 5S when it comes out, and the iPad mini with Retina display. I'm excited. It's new time for Apple this fall. You get a lot of new items, so I decided this is the perfect time to do a final comparison between the iDevices out now. Alright, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Let us know what you like and what you don't like, and I'll see you guys next time.